My grandfather had a movie theater growing up, so I remember seeing Grease in my grandfather's movie theater. Also, I remember Rocky. I remember my friend and I would watch it on Laserdisc, Rocky, and then we'd get up in the living room and punch each other and imitate Rocky.
You think it's Disney? It's not Disney.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Goldfinger. My parents took me, and they thought I would fall asleep, but I wouldn't.
It probably is a children's film. I just don't know which one. It might be like Lion King or something.
Flashdance.
Whoa, you're kidding me.
I was young, and my parents took me and my sister.
That's the first
Rated
movie?
R, first movie in a theater.
I saw either Empire Strikes Back or Fantasia, which were around 79 and 80. So I was like 3. Flashdance like 84.
84, I was young.
You didn't go to a movie before that? No Herbie Goes Bananas?
I mean, maybe
no...
I did. It's my first memory.
I've always wanted to sit with my wife and watch Gone with the Wind. I brought it up on our first date, and I have the DVD, we just haven't done it. And yeah, it's like, I always wanted to do it the right way, and there's always just another movie to choose, and I'm embarrassed to say that.
For a long time, it was Lawrence of Arabia.
Gone with the Wind.
It was also Gone with the Wind, but now I've done both.
You told me about it.
Yes. More than anything, Mark would like me to see it.
The first 2 hours
and I want to see it, but it's just never the right time.
The first 2 hours of Gone with the Wind are awesome.
Are they?
Yes, and then
what
after that,
happens?
it's not as
Yeah.
good.
Wow. I don't think there is one.
Okay. You're lucky.
Oh, I know. The Day the Clown Cried, the Jerry Lewis movie that won't be released for 7 more years. Supposedly the worst film ever made.
Shoot, you know what? I don't even know the title, but it's about this girl and her younger sister, and they're trying to escape Nazi Germany. And they meet this guy along the way. I don't know the name of it.
Harry Potter.
Besides Gone with the Wind? Fast and Furious 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8.
Titanic.
Oh, everyone saw Marvel's Civil War. You know the Civil War where Iron Man and Captain America? I didn't see that one.
There's a small group of people, I feel, that have seen Cassavetes' Love Streams, which is his, like, one of his best and his last film, and it's rarely seen. It's rarely available on DVD in the U.S.
Yeah, I don't know that I have an answer for that.
This is hard.
I know there's others. This movie came up recently, but Grease 2 is one of the best movies, and it's highly underrated. Michelle Pfeiffer.
I enjoy the movie Drumline, and I think a lot of people who might think of cinema as cinema special would not be like, oh, if we're watching movies coming out of Cannes and Sundance, but I don't know, Drumline, when it was on television, I'd sit back and watch it. I've watched it many times.
I like bad movies, so... but most people like bad movies, as far as I know. You know, like Glenn or Glenda, or, some Ed Wood movie, something like that.
Well, there is one film. It's, and I don't even know if people hate it, but 1968's version of Romeo and Juliet. A lot of people watch in high school, so just naturally I don't think they're like paying that much attention to it. But when I saw that film, I was like addicted to it. I watched it probably like 10 times. It's one of my favorites.
I'll go with Mallrats by Kevin Smith.
I can't think of one. That's very hard. I tend, knowing how hard it is to make a film, it's hard for me to not like something and everything because I know how hard it is to just get it made. So I feel for whoever made it. And so even if it's a story that I'm just like, ugh, I'm like, but the color correction was good.
Waitress.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it. Dunkirk?
Probably the last Star Wars. I hated that movie.
Oh, La La Land. Oh. Yeah, I could say I didn't love that one, actually.
I gotta be honest, there's a couple mumblecore films which are somewhat peers of me as a filmmaker, which for me personally, when they were very popular, I couldn't connect.
I kind of think you can learn something from every movie.
I wanted to unsee fucking Raw right away.
Okay.
Raw was a lot. My dad's a vet. I'm a big dog, animal person. It's my dog in the movie. His name's Bob Dylan. Did you see the film? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Bob Dylan, who's available for signings. But anyway, so movies with animals hit me particularly hard, and Raw killed me.
The movie that sticks with me changes all the time. I always kind of like, before I've been fortunate enough to make a couple films, there's a couple that I just hold dear as like creative guideposts, so that they change. So like for My Friend Dahmer, I had watched Blue, White, Red, and just held that dear to myself. Right now, I'm a little bit into like, I want to spend a few days just watching a lot of Kubrick films, and so it keeps changing and evolving. But late August, early September, to me is one that I'm like, oh, or A Place in the Sun.
Ah, yeah.
A Place in the Sun, or The Swimmer.
Ah, I love this film.
I love The Swimmer.
Yeah, it's probably Romeo and Juliet. When I first watched that, I was obsessed. It was weird.
Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many.
I'm one of my favorite movies is The Big Chill. I think it's like a great film.
I don't keep anything a secret.
Oh, I wish I could.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe like Schindler's List.
I usually like if a film is bad, I'll acknowledge that it's bad, but I don't always dislike it.
Well, that would be Big Lebowski again. Or With Nil and I. With Nil and I is another one.
The movies I could watch over and over are probably A Place in the Sun, The Swimmer, Late August, Early September.
Maybe Fight Club.
True Romance.